Are you a real estate agent and you're looking at or thinking about getting an LLC for your business, and you're curious if that's going to help you or how that does in fact help you with your taxes? I'm going to go over that and let you know why it's very important to go ahead and get that LLC now. So, an LLC is a limited liability company, of course, and that's created through your state, and it just creates a separate business entity separate from yourself for your business. Now, you are a business when it comes to taxes and with the IRS. Because you get that 1099 reporting your commission income from your broker, you're going to file your taxes as a business. Now, that business without the LLC is going to file as a sole proprietor, and that's reported on Schedule C of your personal 1040 tax return. And that Schedule C is profit and loss from a business, and that's where you report your commission income, and you're going to put all your business expenses to come down to your net income, and that's what you pay taxes on. Now, if you go and create an LLC, the thing about an LLC, if you just create it by yourself, it in fact doesn't change your taxes. The IRS calls it a disregarded entity, and they're not going to take into account that you have an LLC. You're still going to file your taxes using Schedule C, profit and loss from a business, being a sole proprietor. Any expenses that you had that were business related, you still get to deduct the exact same way, whether you have the LLC or don't have the LLC. So the act of just creating the LLC isn't what actually saves you money on taxes. It's still important because I'm going to get to how it can actually save you on taxes, but just creating the LLC by itself isn't going to change anything. You have to actually make an election. And that election is actually to be taxed as what's called an S corporation. The S corporation is simply just a separate tax form. So instead of filing it on your personal return as a sole proprietor on that Schedule C, we're going to file it on its own separate tax return. You're going to have a business tax return, and you're going to get a K-1 that actually flows into your personal return. You're still going to pay the taxes on your personal return. You're just going to report it differently on that tax form. And what's the benefit of reporting it differently or separately, I should say, on its own separate tax return? Well, there's different things that get taxed, or I guess your income, I should say, get taxed in a different way. You still get the same deductions that you get. You're still going to come down to the same net income, but the tax savings is around what is called the self-employment tax. And that's going to be your FICA and your Social Security. Or not your FICA, your Medicare and Social Security taxes. It's called FICA when we're paying it through a payroll, which you would have to have with the S Corporation. I'll get into details in another video, so go ahead and subscribe if you want future videos where I do talk about the S Corporation in a little bit more detail. Here, I'm just going to mention the LLC. The purpose and benefit of having that LLC is simply to give you the option of the S Corporation. If you're locked into just a sole proprietor, then you can't take advantage of that S corporation. And having that option just means that you can choose which one is ultimately going to be the best for you. So having the option is a good thing, always when it comes to taxes. So it's important to go ahead and get that LLC now, because we can't make that election to be an S corporation until you actually establish that LLC. So if you did it now, and right now I'm recording this, it's towards the end of July. If you created it at the end of July, then everything from that date forward could be taxed and reported on the S corporation, but everything up until that date, because you didn't have that S corporation, or didn't have that LLC to make the election for the S corporation, is still going to be locked into that Schedule C sole proprietor tax return. So hope that's helpful in understanding why it's important to go ahead and get the LLC. Is just to give you those options. Again, subscribe if you want to get more videos, including more detail about the S corporation. If this was helpful, go ahead and hit the thumbs up, and thanks for watching.